CPS just left Heffa, the one and only, aka Carla Trevino's house. I don't know what prompted CPS to be called. I don't know if maybe someone was concerned and wanted a welfare check done on the kids. I don't know if it's maybe because she's on live like 24/7 and is essentially, in my opinion, neglecting her children. Luckily, her husband seems to take up for her and does a lot of the caring for the children. And I feel like that's amazing for the kids to at least have one parent. But what does Carla Heffa Trevino do for her kids?
They told him that they told him that they saw on live that I starved my children. What? They said, oh, you know, we have a suspicion because we saw on one of her live streams that she starves her children. Why would you lie about that? Why would you guys have clips of me cooking for my children every day? I got food in my hair where? Like what? Zeta, that part.
Let us start with the present, because that is where things got messy fast. Jeffa, a TikTok mom and live stream regular, recently came on live with some big news. CPS showed up at her house, that is, Child Protective Services, and no, it wasn't a wellness check for good parenting. It was because people reported her for neglecting her kids. Yep, the internet raised the alarm, and now things are spiraling. According to Jeffa, CPS told her everything was fine. She claimed the caseworker complimented her house, praised her daughter's room, and said it was the cutest room she'd ever seen. You could hear the pride in her voice, like she'd just won an award. But here's the thing. Since when is a cute room proof of good parenting? People online immediately started questioning. If everything was perfect, why were you reported in the first place? Why does CPS need to visit if it's just about cute cotton?
They told him that they told him that they saw on live that I starved my children. What? They said, oh, you know, we have a suspicion because we saw on one of her live streams that she starves her children. Why would you lie about that? Why would you guys have clips of me cooking for my children every day? I got food in my hair where? Like what? Zeta, that part.
It did not take long before people dug up the clip that might have triggered the visit, and that is where the story starts to unravel. See, not long before the CPS visit, Jeffa was on live doing her usual thing, battling, streaming, chatting with followers, and in the middle of it, her son asked for money to get dinner. What did Jeffa do? She groaned, rolled her eyes, and acted like she was being interrupted during a CEO board meeting. Her own kid was asking for food, and she looked visibly annoyed. She did not cook, she did not offer help, she acted like it was a chore. That moment alone, it had viewers fuming. Clips went viral, comments piled up. Why is she always eating on camera but her kids have to ask for food? This is not okay. She's more invested in her ring light than her family. That is what many believe triggered the report. Jeffa says it's all lies. She claims there are videos showing her cooking for her kids every day. That she's a good mom, that people are jealous and just want to bring her down. But here's the contradiction. We saw the clip. Her kid was hungry. She wasn't bothered. She wanted to stay on live.
Can you stop calling me, please? FB. Ali, you know what it is? When he has big shooters, you don't see him crying. What happened? What stuff? What? Like what? I guess.
Yeah, now my 4K chat's 4 galaxies, bro. 4 galaxies.
He's gonna pick up what?
Chicken, and he's making mac and cheese for dinner.
Where is he? He already said that?
He's already making the mac and cheese.
Okay.
Back to the CPS visit. Instead of reflecting, Jeffa got back on live and started bragging. Yes, bragging. She said the CPS worker praised her home, praised her daughter's room, and basically left with no complaint. But that is not how CPS works. Investigations take time. Reports don't get closed in a day. In fact, in most cases, CPS has to talk to teachers, doctors, neighbors, and sometimes even other family members before they make a decision. So, no, the case isn't over. But Jaffa acted like she passed a taste and got a gold medal. Some viewers called it out. This isn't something to be proud of. You are treating this like a fleck. It is not. Why are you smiling through this? It did not help that her tone was more about defending herself than showing concern for her kid.
Oh, CPS just left Heffa, the one and only, aka Carla Trevino's house. I don't know what prompted CPS to be called. I don't know if maybe someone was concerned and wanted a welfare check done on the kids. I don't know if it's maybe because she's on live like 24/7 and is essentially, in my opinion, neglecting her children. Luckily, her husband seems to take up for her and does a lot of the caring for the children. And I feel like that's amazing for the kids to at least have one parent. But what does Carla Heffa Trevino do for her kids? She posted a clip on TikTok and said the people who called CPS on her wasted resources and wasted government's time. I'm going to tell you guys, it is never a waste of resources. If you have an actual concern and you feel that someone is actually in possible danger, it is never a waste of resources to do a welfare check. In my experience, CPS only actually shows up for investigations if they have a reasonable suspicion and a reasonable cause to go and interview a parent and their kids. Therefore, they must have gotten a tip that was worth them showing up. They don't just show up just to show up, in my experiences. But y'all let me know what you think about this. It's absolutely wild, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna go on a rant about it tonight on TikTok Live.
Then the past started creeping because this isn't Jaffa's first time dealing with CPS. When she was just 18, she reportedly left her baby inside the house alone while she hung out on the porch with a friend, allegedly smoking and chilling for 5 hours. Neighbors had the baby crying. Cops were called. CPS came. Her baby was taken for the night until her mom could come pick the child up. At the time, Jaffa claimed she was just outside, not far, and that people exaggerated. But the reports said otherwise, and it was serious enough that police considered taking custody. To avoid losing her child, she enrolled in classes, promised to quit substances, promised to change. She even said, "I chose my baby."
I was 18 and I made mistakes. Was it crazy? No. The laws were strict, and a lot of us used to garden, right? We had to hide it in our sock. You had to hide it in your bro. The fact that I used to go outside, what did they want me to do it in the house with my kid? No. I used to put my baby to sleep, go in the front porch, and I had people call CPS on me, and I got in trouble. I spoke my truth about it. I was 18. And whatever report they have, oh, you left your baby? No, I was outside of my house. I was literally outside of my house. And the landlord said, oh, it was for hours, but I was outside with my friends, and the baby was safe inside, steps away from me. And it is what it is. I made my mistakes. At that time, I had a choice. I chose my child. And I said, hell no, you're not taking my son. So I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to stop gardening. I'm going to stop doing what I got to do. I'm going to do what I have to do the classes, do whatever I got to do so that you guys don't take my baby. I pray that their account gets taken away. So keep playing. Keep playing with God. Keep playing with God because God knows the truth about me.
But years later, here she is on TikTok every day, battling strangers while her child asks for dinner. So, did she really change or just find a new addiction? Let's talk about the Disney trip. Should have been a family moment. Jaffa, her kids, and her husband going out to have fun, make memories. But instead of soaking in the experience, guess what Jaffa was doing? She was on live again, all day, even at night, live streaming from hotel rooms, showing her followers everything. And the most heartbreaking part, her daughter told her to get off the phone. That's right, a child probably under 10 had to ask her mom to stop streaming and be present. Imagine being that little girl. You finally get a date with your mom and she's glued to her phone, talking to strangers. What did Jaffa say back? She told her daughter, I'm just recording us spending time together. But was she really recording or just feeding the algorithm?
Get off live. I want to record myself screaming. Oh, that's so much fun.
Some people think CPS might have been tipped off by something else, something much darker. A while back, Jaffa's son allegedly hurt himself by punching a machine while out with the family. People remember seeing her delay taking him to the hospital. Instead, she continued posting content. Only when the injury worsened did she finally get him checked out. Some viewers even think the hospital staff might have reported it because delays like this raise serious questions. It doesn't matter if the injury looked small. When a child is in pain, you don't wait. You don't debate on it. You don't debate it on live, you act. Now, Jaffa's biggest fight isn't just the CPS, it is with her own audience. She goes live constantly and spirals every time someone leaves a mean comment. She tells her chart to report her account. She cries. She says things like, I leave it to God. God sees everything. These people are evil. They want to ruin me. But then in the next breath, she's sending people to mass report other users.
Menace's account already got taken down. We're going to continue to report all these accounts that are trying to be hateful for no reason. That's right. We're going to continue to, if you guys see any accounts being hateful towards me, for whatever reason, just report them, guys. Report all the accounts that you guys see. Report the posts for hateful behavior. Report all these posts. Whatever you guys see, just report them. Okay? And that's how those pages will get taken down. Those of you that do, those of you that know me, I appreciate you guys so much. And that's it.
Let us break that down. She's hot when people call her out, but then encourages her followers to silence them. How is that not the exact same thing? And here's the part that really gets people. She talks about God, but doesn't walk the talk. She says she forgives, but seeks revenge. She says she's misunderstood, but refuses to reflect. If this whole story feels familiar, that is because it is. Astra Veno, another TikTok mom with 15 plus CPS cases, has been down this exact road. She bragged about not losing her kids. She turned her CPS visits into clout. She made live after live using her kid as props for sympathy and drama. And now Jaffa seems to be walking the same path. Same tone, same excuses, same oversharing, same haters gonna hate mentality. Some even believe Jaffa might be fabricating parts of the CPS story to gain attention. And honestly, wouldn't be surprising. Let us be clear, the people hurting the most in this aren't Jaffa or her viewers. It is the children. They're the ones asking for food while their mom live streams. They are the ones having to beg for attention on a family trip. They are the ones growing up in a house where clothes is more important than care. And here's the part that's really sad. They did not ask for this. They did not sign up to be content. They did not choose this life. The big question is this all for clout? That's the $1,000,000 question. Is Jaffa really this careless, or is she playing a game? Some think she's addicted to attention, that her entire identity now revolves around TikTok. Others believe she's spiraling under pressure, trying to juggle motherhood and internet fame but failing at both. And a few think the whole thing, from the CPS visit to the dramatic lives, is just content, engineered drama, views over values. Because if CPS really praised her and everything was fine, why go on live and tell the world about it? Why not just move on and protect your peace, unless the attention is the peace? Right now, Jaffa is under investigation. Her CPS case is not closed. More visits could happen. More reports could come in. And if history tells us anything, TikTok doesn't forget. Every clip, every moment, every reaction, it is out there. And people are watching closely, not out of hate, but out of genuine concern for her children. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about followers. It is about haters. It is not even about who's right or wrong. It's about the kid. And if Jaffa can't see that or refuses to, then CPS might just be the least of her problems. So what do you think? Is Jaffa just misunderstood, or is she spiraling in real time while her kids pay the price? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more breakdowns like this.